hit YouTube. Let's hit TikTok. Check. Is this thing working? Okay, cool. We're good to go. Timer. 10 minutes. Sweet. All right. Welcome on in, guys. Welcome on in. All right. What's going on, YouTube? YouTube? Let me get the queue going on YouTube. Hold on. Yo, what's going on? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. All right, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome on in. We are just getting started here. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, chat? How y'all doing? How you all doing? What's up, Brayden? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Okay, let me get the cues ready here. TikTok's, Twitch is good to go. YouTube is perfect. All right, cool. I'm doing well, man. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? Welcome on in. Bonjour, brother. What's up, Alex? Scuba Steve, damn you. Welcome back. Luke, how you doing, buddy? All right. Doing good. Going to the beach tomorrow. Right on. Right on. What beach? What state are you in? Playlist is going hard? Oh, yeah. This is the royalty-free rock and metal playlist on Spotify. This is pretty tame. Some of the stuff I listen to is pretty heavy. Ooh, this sounds catchy. Just hope it picks up. Okay, too soft for me. Virginia Beach, okay, cool. East Coast. Victor says, I bet you're not getting in the water. I gotta get you to lotion me up. You gotta oil me up before I go in. Yeah. I can't get burnt. my brown ass doesn't get burnt, actually. The big beautiful bill is delaying FAFSA deposits. That shitty ass bill. That UV is crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey yo, says Trent. What's going on, y'all? He's going boogie boarding. Brayden, I think he was talking about me. That Victor guy loves to talk shit. He loves talking shit. Alright guys, you know the drill. Once we get to 5,000 likes, we'll take the first caller. Instructions are on the screen if you, at least if you're on TikTok. The queue to hop on is the silhouette of two people, very bottom on TikTok. If you're on other platforms, you're going to type the command !join in the chat. Y'all, we just got started, so great timing. It is first come, first serve. You can't buy your way to the top. So join the queue. As long as you are at least 18 in the US, first time caller, and you're cool with us posting our conversation on the internet for millions of people all around the world to see. These are the requirements. Line up. I know some of you have been trying to get in for months now, so this is the time to do it. And you'll make it easier to find in the dark time. Evan says $45,000 in savings, $6,000 on a Roth IRA at 21. Ooh. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. That sort of stuff really gets me going. 790 credit score, no debt. Starting a union job soon. Damn, good for you. Evan Johnson. Evan.Johnson on TikTok. Good for you. I wish I had that at 21. Sheesh. Why is there so much in savings? That's my only question here. Why is there so much savings? We saving up for something? We better not be timing the market, Evan. Better not be waiting for the dip, Evan. Where's your friend tonight? Our co-host Kalechi usually only here Tuesdays. He might do some more. We're working on it. I'm really trying to get him to be a full-time co-host. I want him to quit his job and go full-time on Rich Nerd. I want him to be the other Rich Nerd. Jiwa, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back, man. What's up, Justin? How you doing, man? Justin also is wondering about that 45K. 45K is no joke, yeah. How can I be on the live? So, couple things. Join the queue. Instructions are on the screen if you're on TikTok, but it's this button here, silhouette of two people, bottom of your screen. !join if you are on other platforms. Platforms that have a logo that's purple and red. Once we get to 5,000 likes on TikTok and YouTube, we'll take the first caller. First caller is going to be... Who do we got? So the queue is already blowing up, guys. Like I said, it is first come, first serve. Some people have been waiting months. First in the queue, I see Swan. Stop looking at me, Swan. Please someone know that reference, or else I'm going to sound like an idiot. Who knows that reference? Name that movie. Stop looking at me, Swan. Please, someone has to know it. Or else I have to end the stream, because I'll be embarrassed. I hit it big off Micron, bro. Got 200K at 23. What do I do? You and me both. We both got lucky, huh? I can't say what you should do, but I am dollar cost averaging out of my heavily concentrated position. That's what I'm doing. All right, we're almost there, guys. 5,000 likes. Tap that screen. Go nuts. If you're on YouTube, tap that like button. Hit those hearts. Billy Madison. Yes. I knew I can count on you, Jiwa. If you have not seen Billy... Put a 1 in chat if you've seen Billy Madison. Put a 0 if you have not seen Billy Madison. It is an Adam Sandler classic. Justin's seen it. Scuba Steve has seen it. Obviously, Jiwa has seen it. Jiwa, thanks for the gift, buddy. It has been a while, yeah. That is a classic. Cookies also watched it, right on. Justin says, if it's a 0, you gotta put the phone up now and go watch it. Yeah. Yeah, stop what you're doing, go watch Billy Madison. You can leave the stream on up on the side. Okay. Cool. Chat, y'all are the best because we're already at 5,000 likes on TikTok and other platforms. How's Okay. Well, let's get this started. Again, the rules are you have to be at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and you have to be okay with being in our videos. So if you're not cool with me uploading our conversation online, kindly withdraw from the queue. Swan, you're up. If you're on TikTok, apologies for the echo on your end. It's a bug on TikTok side. Hello, hello. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How you doing?
Doing well.
Perfect. Chat, really quick. I did mess with some settings earlier. Can you put a 1 in chat if you can hear our caller? Put a 1 in chat. Put a 0 if you cannot. Perfect. Thank you, guys. I love y'all. Okay. So, really quick. Are you at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and you're okay with us uploading our conversation online?
Yes.
Perfect. How old are you and where are you calling from?
So I am 27 and I live in PA.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. So what burning question can I help you with? What are you hoping to leave here with today?
Yeah. So, the main reason why I hopped on here was because I have a good amount of debt right now. And I want to hear your thoughts on how to kind of go about that. I've been chipping away at it each month, but I just wanted to kind of hear what you have to say about it.
Okay, cool. Well, let's dive into the numbers and see what we got. Let's start with your income. How much you make each month after tax?
$6K.
Nice, 6,000. Okay. What do you do for work?
I work in sales.
What kind of sales?
The crane industry. I work for a crane company.
Crane. That's so niche.
I know.
Right on. Right on. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going away anytime soon, right? We'll always need cranes.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. All right. Let's talk about the debt now. Give me the breakdown.
Yeah. So so I have 20K in my car. It's a 2024 Honda Civic.
Okay. What's the interest
And
rate?
then I believe it's, I want to say 5%.
Okay. What else you got?
And then student loans, I have about 40K.
Okay. What's the rate on these?
That I'm actually not too sure on.
Are they federal loans?
They are, yeah.
Okay. Have you been making payments or have they been on pause?
I have been making payments.
Okay. So we'll probably just say, I don't know, 4% or so, 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
Okay. How many are there?
I believe there's 2 of them.
Okay. What'd you go to school for?
Business.
Okay. Okay. We got the auto loan and student loans. What else?
And that's it.
Okay.
No credit card or anything like that.
Sweet. So we have about 60K.
Yep.
Okay. All right, moving on. Let's talk about your expenses. What does it cost you to live each month?
So this is good and bad. I actually still live with my parents, so I'm actually saving a ton.
Good.
So I would say my expenses right now, I mean, I pay for literally everything else except for rent. So I'd say, I don't know, 1,500.
Nice. How much cash do you have in savings?
About 26,000.
Oh, okay. And where are you keeping this?
So that is in a high yield savings account with Capital One.
Beautiful. Any assets?
Yes, I have about 50K, and that's in stocks.
Okay. No real estate or crypto or Pokemon cards or stuff like that?
Nothing like that.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, let's recap here. What do I call
Yeah.
you, by the way?
I'm sorry?
What do I call you?
Matt?
Matt. Okay, so Matt, you're 27, calling from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
You're making about $6,000 per month after tax. You work in crane sales. Very interesting. You have $60,000 in debt. That is 20K auto loan at 5%, Honda Civic, 40K student loans. You have about $1,500 per month in expenses. You live at home, which is great. You have $26,000 in savings. I forgot a K here. 26K in a high yield savings, which is great. And then you have 50K in assets in the stock market. Very nice. So looking at these numbers on the screen here, Matt, how would you rate them? 0 being cooked, 10 being goated.
Honestly, I would give myself a 5 right now.
Okay.
Not
What
too
is
bad, but not too good.
okay? What's the main concern? Just the debt?
Yeah, just the debt.
Okay. Chat, it is your turn. You know the drill. Our friend Matt here. What are you thinking? 0 being cooked, 10 being goated. I see a 7, I see a 9, I see a 6. Someone says great for 27, 7.5, 7, 7, 9. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd say this is about a 7. Yeah. There are many silver linings here. So I love the income. I love how low the expenses are. The debt seems kind of scary when you look at it, right? It's like 60 grand in debt. That's more than my stocks, right?
Yeah.
What's nice is it's low interest debt. 40K of it is student loans, so not terribly concerned there. You have this 20K auto loan. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it is 5%. It is a Honda Civic, so pretty modest there. And then I love that you have 26K in savings in terms of your emergency fund. If your expenses are about $1,500, 6 months of that, 9K. So you have a surplus here of, what is that, 17K or so. And then you're stacking 50K in assets here. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty solid. Yeah. So that's my overall feedback. What you have this surplus here left over each month. Let's talk about that first. So 6,000. I mean, we'll be a little conservative here. So 6,000. I'll just say you have what 4K left over. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right. Yep.
Okay, cool. So what are you currently doing with this?
So I would say like 70% of that goes into my assets. I kind of got into the investing space a little bit late. I started about, I don't know, maybe 2.5 years ago. So I've just been kind of heavily just trying to contribute as much as possible to that. And then really what's left over is just going towards the debt.
Do your expenses cover the minimum payments for this debt? So
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then on a scale from 1 to 10, how stressful is this $60,000 of debt?
It's not like too stressful, but it's definitely not a pretty sight. I don't know. I'd give it like a 6 or 7.
Oh, okay. That's pretty high. It's pretty high.
I mean, yeah, I just would like to just eliminate it.
So that's perfectly fine. The reason why I ask is people will say, "Oh, there's an opportunity cost. Your interest rate is so low. You can invest the money and make more money, right? As opposed to paying this off early." That's like the typical advice, right? It's good advice, but I mean, if you're stressed out, I don't see a reason why, paying off this debt early is a bad idea. I think that's great. There's also, life isn't black and white. You can do a little bit into the investments, a little bit into debt, so you can pay the debt off faster, still invest. So like, where would you say you're on that scale? You want to accelerate paying your do you want to accelerate paying your debt off faster, right?
Yeah, I would definitely lean towards more of that.
Okay.
And I've been kind of going back and forth between, so just eliminating my car debt and just paying off that 20K like right now. But I'm going back and forth between it.
I think that's a great idea, because I had this car loan. It was like a 3% rate, and dude, when I paid it off, it felt so fucking good. It felt so good not having a car payment. So I think that's a great idea. I think if I were you, I would pay that car loan off early, and then you can just trickle money into the student loans. That's not too big of a deal. But if it stresses you out, you can also do it. But really, what I want to talk about here is like how to allocate this $4,000. So right now you're doing 70% or so into investments, and then 30K you're just making additional payments on this debt. Is that roughly what you're doing?
Right. Correct.
Okay. Cool. So I mean that's solid.
Sweet.
Yeah. And if we just run some quick numbers here, some napkin math, you have around 50K in assets in stocks. You invest for, let's see, how old are you? 27. Let's just say you invest for 30 years. And, you obviously won't always be able to invest, what is this? $2,800 per month, but, might as well just take advantage of it now. This is what it looks like, roughly. So 30 years of investing, $2,800 per month, 7% return, that's factoring in inflation. About 3.8 million is what this rough math comes to.
I like that.
Pretty nuts, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just for fun, we can just say we can do this for 20 years, and then you just do all $4,000. So sure, you may have $60,000 in debt, which you'll pay off probably in the next 5 years or so, roughly. 20 years of just packing that. Look at timeline. Okay. Yeah, just packing in 4K into investments for 20 years, that's like 2.2 million roughly. So,
okay.
I know it seems scary here, but your money is growing.
Yeah. Okay, so you definitely like that idea of just dumping that 20K right off the bat.
Yeah, I would keep a solid 9K in savings, right? So if your expenses are if your expenses are 1,500, get really clear on that. 6 months of that's 9,000. Keep at least that in savings, and then if you want to dump the rest into the car, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate the insight here.
Of course, Matt. Take it easy. Good luck.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks. Cool. All right, so if you're just joining us, we just spoke to Matt here, 27 from Pennsylvania. Great numbers. His main concern was the $60,000 in debt. He has a $20,000 auto loan at 5%, $40,000 in student loans, federal student loans, so probably around 4 or 5% interest rate. I think it's fine if he keeps the debt around. If he wants to pay the debt off early, that's also fine. Right now, he is leaning toward paying that car off early. So we talked about taking some of this 26K. That would be 26,000 minus 9K for the emergency fund, about 17K. That car will be paid off if he does this next few months or so, next 3-4 months. I think that's fine. Chat, what do you think? Put a 1 in chat if Matt should be 100% debt free, stop investing, pack everything into the auto loan and student loans. Put a 0 if minimum payments, invest the rest. What team are you on? Team invest, team debt free. Where are you guys at? Kevin and Puntun are debt free. Mike Sauce says debt free. X says 0. Okay, debt free people. Okay, I wasn't expecting this much of a tilt. That's great. If y'all want to be debt free, that's great. What would I do? I would pay off the car. Yeah, I would pay off the car pretty much instantly. And then I would just keep the student loans around. Hope that the next president gives me a little discount or something. And now, if the debt were stressing me out, obviously, I would focus on it, you know? I'm pro Dave Ramsey. Uncle Dave, you like Dave Ramsey? Like that guy from Tennessee? From Nashville? You got to keep capital, it's important. Why the car and not the loans again? Well, right now he's not being charged interest on the loans. Although I think the whole student loan thing is just a mess with our government, right? I think they discontinued the save plan. So TLDR, low interest, no interest is why I would consider leaving it around. Uncle Dave is the best. Oh, we got some Dave Ramsey fans. Okay, right on. He's the GOAT? Okay, wow, a lot of Dave Ramsey fans, okay. I think for Dave, I think people either love him or hate him, right? I like Dave. I think he has generally good advice. I think the credit card advice, I think the 100% debt-free advice, I think be flexible, you know? I think his investment choices have underperformed the market, so I don't agree with his investment options. What's up, Sid? How you doing? Dave Ramsey teaches you to be selfish. Well, you know, being a little selfish is a good thing. Become a doctor ASAP. What is abusing my ears right now? Who was that? Stream Beats by Harris. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Dave Ramsey is my idol? Really? You got posters of Dave on your wall? In a bikini or something? Counterpoint, VT and chill for 7 to 10% returns, but after emergency fund, but not everyone needs debt. VT chill, we like that. Dave Ramsey is mid, okay. I'm doing well, no complaints here. Right on. Not gonna lie, I saw a job posting that offered 45.15 minimum. I got tempted. That's pretty damn good. What's holding you back? Now, this is not me, guys. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd Live Show. We're here to help you guys level up your finances. We want to get your finances from cooked to goated. So we just spoke to Matt here from Pennsylvania. We're almost at 10K likes, guys. Tap that screen. We're almost there. 10K will bring on the next caller, which is going to be... Let me make sure I don't ignore anyone here. Next caller is going to be Kevin A. If you want to hop on a call, talk about your finances, if you're struggling and you need some help, instructions are on the screen here. If you're on TikTok, silhouette of 2 people, bottom of your screen. Other platforms, type an exclamation join in the chat. Let's clear the board here. Never been a fan of mutual fund advice? Never been a fan of mutual funds advice. You're talking about Dave Ramsey's? Because index funds are technically, can be mutual funds, right? When would you say debt is okay to have? When it's not stressing you out, and typically when it's mortgage debt. Yeah. I low-key should apply. I meet all of the requirements, plus I have experience, plus certification. Damn. So how much of a bump would that be? Can you do couple, says Victor? Okay, so I'm happy you brought that up. I'm going to bring my wife on the stream next week. We did it once before. It was a ton of fun. She's a lot better looking than I am, and she's a lot nicer than me. I'm kind of an asshole. I'm pretty intense, but she's very nice and much more attractive. So... what's not to like? Of course, Matt. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you sharing. Alex says... oh, never mind. I just don't like the high cost to own mutual funds. Gotcha. Yeah, agreed. Well, they're not all high cost. I think they've come down quite a bit. It is the same story with mutual funds, right? Or sorry, with ETFs. Plenty of ETFs that have a really high expense ratio. I don't want to drive a Lambo though. Yeah. Chat, would you ever want to drive a Lambo? Put a 1 in chat. Put a 0 in chat if you're just like, no, like why would I drive a Lambo? If I got a Lambo, I would just sell it. I would drive it for fun a little bit and then I would just sell it, you know? Yeah, I would not want a Lambo. What the hell? That would be fun to drive for a little bit. Maybe I'll rent it, but like to own it? Nah, I don't know. Not for me. Rather get a Rolex instead of a nice car. Yeah, I think I would agree with you, Jiwa. Okay, well the next caller is coming up right now, chat. Keep the likes going. Share this live to someone who you think should be here. Someone who's using Klarna and Affirm to buy stuff they can't afford. Someone who's saying, in this economy, and then they go buying Pokemon cards and they don't have the Roth IRA open. Rivian USA is in the chat, you know? For my next car, I am considering a Rivian. Because Elon has blatantly lied year after year after year. And I don't think it's going to happen with our car, so. Lemon Pepper, I do remember you. You got a raise at work? Dude, congratulations. That's awesome. Are securities assets or savings? Parking cash in a savings is terrible. Securities are generally assets, right? Securities would be like a stock, ETF, mutual fund. Though there is some nuance there because you can invest in a money market fund, which is pretty much the equivalent of like a high yield savings, right? In a way, but it's technically still a security. I would phrase it cash equivalent. So Pontoon says Rivian if you want to not even make it down the street from the dealership. R2 delivering now. Well, can you just deliver one to my place? Guys, this stream is sponsored by Rivian. Thank you, Rivian, for sending me an R2. That was a joke. I'm not sponsored by Rivian. That makes no sense. Okay. Kevin, you're up. Thank you for waiting.
Thank you. Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. Are you at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and you're okay with us posting our conversation online?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm 23.
23. Where are you calling from?
New York.
New York. New York City or upstate?
New York City.
I'm so jealous you guys have a competent leader. Okay, so Kevin, what's up, man? How can I help?
Income would be...
Well, hold on, Kevin. Slow down. What problem can I help you solve?
Oh, no, just general advice.
Okay. Do you think like you're behind? Do you think, what specifically? Just so I make sure I can help you leave with something here today.
Better allocate savings.
Better allocate savings. Okay. I do hear a lot of background noise. Are you watching a TV show? Are you multitasking or are you trying to catch up on your TV show while we...
Is that better?
Yes. Thank you. Okay, cool. So allocate your savings. How much money do you make each month after tax?
After 5,600.
Damn. What do you do for work?
Doorman, New York City.
Oh, what?
Doorman?
Doorman?
Yeah, it's like a security.
Oh.
I have 2 jobs, but that's one of my jobs.
Okay. What's the other job?
Front desk, basically same thing.
Okay, cool. What, do you have any debt?
No debt.
Okay. What are your expenses?
Living with the folks right now, so probably like 1,000 just on self.
Okay.
Like,
Any savings?
4 grand.
Okay.
Would retirement be like savings or assets?
Savings would just be cash.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then we can talk about assets now. So you have like stocks and a Roth IRA, 401k. Do you have any real estate?
Yeah, I have like brokerage, 401k, Roth IRA. Total
Cool.
would be 150 grand.
$150,000 in assets.
Yeah.
Wow, at 23. My gosh. Okay. So just to recap here. Kevin, you're 23, calling from New York City. You're making $5,600 per month after tax, working 2 jobs. You have 0 debt, $1,000 per month in expenses. You're living at home, $4,000 in savings, $150,000 in assets. That's nuts at 23. That's nuts. Congratulations, dude. This is huge. So, looking at these numbers, how would you rate them out of 10? 0 being cooked, 10 being goated. You there?
Oh yeah, it'll be 8.5 to 9.
Okay. Chat, what do you think? 0 out of 10. Be honest. Natasha says 9.5. Lean says 10. Miguel says 7. Wet says 6. Colin 8. 9, 9, 9, 10, 10. Miguel says, nah, maybe 8. Pretty solid, but bro lives with his parents. Well, no shit, he's 23. He should be living with his parents. I'll never understand that sentiment, guys. Chat. Okay. Yeah, this is like a 9.5. Maybe even higher. My only complaint really is maybe just a tiny bit more in savings. I would love to see 6 months of expenses. That'd be 6K, but it's like, you're pretty much already there. So this is great. How the hell did you accumulate $150,000 in assets at freaking 23? Tell us about that.
Lucky investments like Nvidia, Palantir.
Oh.
Investing for a while.
When did you start?
18 or 17.
Wow. And what were you investing in back then?
Same thing. Like a lot of growth stocks, like a firm, a lot of IPOs.
Wow. So most of your portfolio back then and even now is in individual stocks?
I've sold most of them. Now they're mostly growth, like VGT and SPYG.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, so we got a little bit of luck there, right? Cool. I mean, you're here now and you've allocated out of that, so that's great. So what can I help you with? I mean, everything seems pretty nice so far. You have about what? I mean, you have a good at least $4,000 left over each month. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're dumping pretty much all that into the market.
Pretty much.
Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, beside that, I mean, are you taking advantage of all the tax advantage accounts, Roth IRA, employer retirement accounts?
Yeah, next year I'll probably put some money into an IRA so I can get like a tax deduction and all that stuff.
Okay. I mean, are you doing a Roth IRA right now?
I have a mixture of Roth 401k and IRA.
Okay. Is most of it in your brokerage?
Yeah, most of it's brokerage. 125 liquid brokerage.
Okay.
Roth is 19,000, and then 401k is 5.
Okay. Are you aiming to max out the Roth IRA each year?
Not really.
Why not?
Rather it be liquid.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can withdraw the contributions anytime.
That's right.
Right. And you need money in retirement anyway, so it's like you might as well take advantage of the tax benefits here. So yeah, I would, if it were me, I would highly suggest maxing out the Roth IRA every single year. Super easy. You can afford it in like what is that, 2.5 months, maybe $7,500, you're done. And then you can put the rest in your brokerage. I would put some more into your 401k if you want to reduce your taxable income. Yeah, traditional 401k is a great way to do it. How are you getting health insurance right now? Through your parents?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, if I were you, I'd be maxing out Roth, I'd be maxing out 401k, and then I would just dump the rest in a brokerage account. And then if you have anything else you're saving for in the short term, like a house or something, then you can just save like in a high yield savings or money market fund. That's
Yeah,
what
the
I would
only
do.
thing is I'll probably use a lot of the assets to buy home in cash. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I mean, Dave Ramsey would say yes, but I say no.
Got it. Any reason why?
When it comes to a home, having so much in this illiquid asset just doesn't really make sense to me, especially if you're not going to live there forever.
I mean, let's say it's like around 200 or quarter million. Like you like reduce a lot of the overhead.
You will, yeah. So, like, as you know, I'm sure you've done the research. When you buy a home, you're not just paying the mortgage, you're paying like property taxes, home insurance,
HOA,
maintenance,
etc.
repairs, HOA, exactly, all that. So, sure. And then like mortgage interest, all that. But long term, all this money that you are investing in the stock market will likely just slightly beat it, at least historically. Stock market has outperformed real estate when you factor in the fees.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question would be like, is it smart to buy in cash and then with the excess amount of money left over, reinvest into the stock market? Like start the pile again, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel better, yeah, if you want to buy a home cash and not have a mortgage, that's fine. I would say put maybe a significant down payment so your monthly costs are much lower. And then you're kind of in between, right? You have good amount of equity in the home, but you're not fully, invested in this house. You can dump some other money elsewhere.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I mean, do you have plans to buy a home anytime soon?
Probably 25.
25? Okay. What's your relationship status? Are you single? Are you dating? What's that like?
Single.
Single? Okay. Yeah, when it comes to buying a house, I would do it when things are stable. And usually things are more stable when you are married, sort of settled down.
Right.
And I can kind of give you... Yeah, that too. So when before I moved here to Washington, I was in California and I was pretty close to buying a house, but I'm glad I didn't because then I would have turned down an opportunity to work for, Uncle Jeff Bezos here at Amazon. And that like skyrocketed my wealth and just created so many opportunities for me. So I don't want you to buy a house and then be like, oh shit, there's opportunity somewhere else. I'm going to have to sell this place at a loss, right?
All right,
So lots to think about. But overall, dude, you're doing great. Just whatever it is you're doing, just keep going. Don't be too risky in the stock market. Max out the tax advantage accounts and you're golden, man.
Got it. All right, thanks.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else?
That's all. Thank you so much.
Of course, man. Good luck. Okay. Holy crap. So this kid's crushing it. At 23. 23 already has 150K invested. Yeah. Great mindset. Yeah. I totally understand the sentiment of wanting to buy a house cash, like having this like monthly payment and then thinking about all the other costs associated with home ownership, right? Like all the mortgage interest you're paying, the insurance, the property taxes, the maintenance and repairs. But at least historically, stock market has outperformed. And just having all that cash just tied up in a house, an illiquid asset, especially if you plan to buy a house pretty young, where things aren't as stable as they will be. I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? Are you guys team buy a house cash, put a 1 in chat? Take out a mortgage, 0 in chat. Where are you guys at with this? I know there are a lot of Dave Ramsey fans in the chat. I wish you had more in the Roth IRA. Yeah, AC, I agree. Yeah. Natasha would buy a house cash, yeah. Well, Natasha, you're in a different stage of life. right? You and your husband are getting pretty close to retirement, early retirement. Buy a Lambo. If anything, zero, but I'd say rent. Renting is cheaper in most places people want to live. 20% down. Hard to buy with loan nowadays. Interest rate is crazy. Yeah, I understand. So 20% down payment. Yes. So that's kind of what I was leaning toward. So my wife and I, it's funny because I went through this whole process. I was talking to my wife. I'm like, we got to pay off our house. Imagine how awesome it would be. So instead what we did is we opted for a mortgage recast. We threw $100K to do a mortgage recast. They re-amortized the loan. Same interest rate, but the monthly payment for the principal interest is lower. I think that was the right call. And then we just, after that, we're going back to minimum payments. I feel quite a bit better because our expenses have gone down each month. Nice little middle ground. Lambo instead. Natasha says rent is not bad. Yeah, I wish more people understood the numbers. But to be honest, it depends on the price of the house, plus taxes, plus other costs. Yeah, which is why we love running the numbers, right? Which is why we love pulling up our handy mortgage calculator, understand what amortization is, understand that you're paying a shitload of interest. So let me show you guys, for those of you who aren't familiar. I know you can't see this on TikTok, but I have a $400,000 house here, 20% down payment, which is $80,000. Excuse me. 30-year mortgage, 6.5% interest rate. So for the first For the first 233 months, your payment, the majority of it is going into the bank's pocket as interest. So let me show you here. The first payment, month one, $2,022. Only $289 is going toward principal, what you are paying back. You're paying $1,700, $1,733 in interest. The bank pockets this whole column here. So TLDR, run the numbers, understand that banks love mortgages. They make a lot of money from them. Another TLDR, I'm not anti-home ownership. I'm anti not running the numbers and being house broke. Okay. How does he only pay $1,000 a month? He lives at home, as should every 23-year-old. What do you feel like is a good area in life to buy a home? Ben, when you're married and settled down. I think that's the best time. Especially if you're buying it as a lifestyle. Are there other investments you'd recommend other than stocks and IRA? Yourself, Dav. Invest in yourself. Build some solid skills. Go meet people, network with people. You guys heard the expression, I'm sure you guys have, your network is your net worth. Can I do my own numbers? Ooh. No, we need to have a third party because I'm biased. We need to have someone else do it. Maybe we'll have Kalechi do it. Maybe we'll have another creator do it. I like that idea though. Hyper says, I need the Valorant agent explanations. Ah, shit. I'm so out of the loop, guys. This channel used to be gaming finance. Now we have a dedicated Rich Nerd gaming channel that we're, spoiler alert, going to be spinning up here. To be honest, if I get a house, it most likely be in a townhome. They're relatively cheaper plus smaller. Yeah, townhomes are awesome. No lawn to take care of usually. Oh, that's nice. Clean says, how common is it that people actually stay in their first home purchase for the full 30 years? Great question. The average mortgage is about 7 years, but keep in mind that also accounts for refinancing. Okay, cool. Let's get some people in the queue here. I see some people. Once we get to 15,000 likes, guys, tap that screen on TikTok. Share this live to someone who you think should be here. We'd really appreciate it. It really feeds the TikTok algorithm. Okay, next in the queue, I see someone named OK. Really quick, to join the queue, if you're on TikTok, you're going to tap this silhouette of 2 people, bottom of your screen. Exclamation join if you are on other platforms. Other 2 platforms. Silhouette of 2 people. You have to be at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and be okay with us uploading our conversation to the interwebs for millions of people to see. So tap that screen, 15K likes, we'll take the next caller. Where'd you get this calculator? We built it. This is our Rich Nerd. We don't have an official name for it yet because it's in beta. This is our Rich Nerd's dashboard of calculators. I don't know. Help me, chat, think of a clever name. We also have our anti-budget spreadsheet. If something like this would be helpful to you guys, but offline, if you don't want to come onto the stream, and you want some support each week, right? We have some accountability, classes, multiple times per month. We are spinning up this new community. It is live now, but only for founding members. So if you don't know what to do with your money, you're overwhelmed, we'll teach you how to invest, how to get that financial freedom, get that track built so you're on the track there. Get help offline, weekly calls, and have access to our calculators and our spreadsheets. We have a community we're building. If you want to check it out, you're going to tap this yellow button on TikTok, bottom left. Exclamation waitlist on other platforms. We're only taking a couple more founding members. This is not a free community, but as a founder, you're going to help us build this community before it goes public, before we sort of IPO. You're going to get lifetime access, and you will also get a private one-on-one call with me, which is already valued at about $300. Check it out. We'll see you in there. First meeting is actually next Wednesday, so we're starting real soon here. Okay. The calculation is amazing. Thank you, Natasha. All right, guys, we're almost at 15K. Tap that screen on TikTok and YouTube. We'll take the next caller. We got more people in the queue. I see OK, I see Zach, I see Jay. We got about an hour left, so we'll take as many callers as we can in the next hour. TJ, thanks for the follow. The exclamation waitlist, guys, that command doesn't work on TikTok. For TikTok, you're going to tap the yellow button, the bottom left of your screen. If this community is not a good fit for you, again, we're looking for very specific people. Completely fine. We have a free resource as well. We have a free guide called our Rich Nerds Quick Guide to Being Rich. So this PDF resource will help you go from cooked to goated with your finances. We talk about building an emergency fund and a high yield savings, which is going to earn you a little bit of passive income each month. Get some free money from your employer, getting rid of debt, building an expert level emergency fund, saving for retirement, all this stuff. And it's completely free. Yellow button on TikTok, exclamation guide if you're on other platforms. We got lots of freebies for you guys as well. So Michael says, how do you determine if you're making enough to justify a card like the Sapphire Reserve? So what I would do is look at all the benefits. Will you already benefit from them? So the credits and the refunds, all the stuffs. I don't know all the benefits of the Sapphire Reserve. If you can already recoup those costs from all the benefits, you can consider it. But the biggest mistake people make is they will make any justification in the world to get the card. Whether it's the Reserve, whether it's the American Express Gold card. Most people do that. And that's not the way to do it. They'll be like, oh yeah, the card's gold, it's great. Oh, I can get some Dunkin' Donut credits. Oh, I can get this. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. But they're not already using those stuff, right? They're not already going to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or whatever, right? So now we're just spending more money. Doesn't make sense, so we want to avoid that. What credit card do you use? My wife and I mainly use the Venture X by Capital One. That's the main card. We have the Amex Blue Cash Preferred for groceries. Those are probably the two main ones we use. We do have an Amazon card for Amazon, but we did cancel our Amazon Prime subscription. When'd you buy your house? I think we bought it 3 or 4 years ago. I don't remember exactly. Fun fact, it went down in value. So if we sold now, we would definitely lose money. Real estate's not always a good investment, huh? All right. Let's take the next caller. Hello, caller.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Good, I know.
I'm doing well. Are you at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and are okay with being in our videos?
Yep.
Perfect. How old are you and where are you calling from?
19 and I'm in Ohio.
Okay. And what problem can I help you solve today?
Income.
Income. What do you mean by that?
Raising it.
Raising your income. Okay. So you want to make more money.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have a job right now?
Yep.
How much do you make each month after tax?
About 42.
4,200?
Yep.
As a 19-year-old?
Yep.
Damn, that's really good.
Thanks.
What do you do for work?
I work at a steel coating company.
Seal coating. Nice. Right on. And do you have any debt?
Nope, no debt.
Perfect. What are your expenses?
A couple $100. 200-300.
Any savings?
About $2,000.
Okay. Any assets? Stocks, crypto, real estate?
Yeah, I have about 45 in an individual cash. 45,000. And then 75 in a Roth IRA.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, I'm at 7,500.
Oh, 7,500. Okay. 7,500. And then what was in the Roth?
The Roth was 7,500, and then
Okay. What
the
was the other one?
individual cash was 45.
Okay.
45,000. Yep.
Okay.
Then I
So-
had a Roth 401k. That has about 11 grand.
Nice. So we're at about 63K right now. Anything else?
Nope.
Cool. All right. Well, just to recap here. So you're 19 calling from Ohio. You're making $4,200 per month after tax. You have zero debt, minimal expenses. You have $2K in the bank and $63,000 in assets.
Yep.
All at age 19.
Yeah.
You're a beast.
Thanks, man.
Wow. Okay. So looking at these numbers, how would you rate yourself out of 10? 0 being cooked, 10 being goated.
Probably 9.
9. Chat? What's up, Jake? Jake, we are back. He works at a steel coating business. 7.5. 10, says Paul. Got some trolls here. Seven. He should be a millionaire already. Interesting. Okay.
Rick, yeah, I have screenshots. I seen that.
Oh, it's okay. There's always going to be trolls. Can't do much about it. Yeah, I mean, this is like 9. I mean, solid 9, right? I'm trying to see what I can complain about here. 2K in expenses. I mean, you're living at home. If your expenses are 300, I mean, you have an emergency fund, right? So
Pretty much, yeah.
how did you get, I mean, how did you stack 63 grand at such a young age? When did you start?
Well, I graduated high school at 17, and I just started working after that.
Okay. You worked at the same company you're working at now?
No, I had a different like factory job at high school, or during high school,
Okay.
my senior year. And then I transitioned a year after that.
Wow. Okay. Good for you. Yeah. I mean, at 19, these are insane numbers. And I mean, 4,200 in Ohio goes a lot further than here in Washington, right? Cool. And you said you want to make more money. That's what you said when you first joined.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay. What's the goal? What's the ultimate goal here? What are you trying to accomplish?
$1 million net worth.
$1 million net worth. Okay. That's nice to see $1 million in the apps. So what's significant about $1 million?
Not having to work.
Not having to work. Okay. So the ultimate goal here is not just a random number. Ultimate goal is to be financially free or financially secure at some point, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Early retirement.
Cool. Good. Yeah. We want to be very specific because I meet a lot of people who are like, yeah, my goal is to make 100K and then 500K and then 1 million, then 2 million. And they don't even ask themselves why. They just have these like arbitrary goals. So that's great. I think being, if not financially free, have you heard of Coast-Fi? Like investing enough to where you don't have to, okay. I favor that more than anything because, you know, as humans, we just need to do some kind of work in life. So let's say that you were able to quit your job because you're financially free tomorrow. What would you do with your time?
Probably travel.
Okay. Are you traveling now?
Not really,
Not really. Why not?
because I don't have the capital. I mean, I'm
You don't have-
investing this amount of money right now.
I see. So it's great you're investing so much, but I think we can balance things here, don't you think?
Yeah, a
Just so,
little bit.
right? Because you're going to be 19 once,
Yeah.
right? 19 in Ohio, working at a seal coating company once. So my concern is I don't want you to sacrifice too much.
Yeah.
Because you will get bored of traveling. I have a friend that basically traveled the world for years and years. And now he's back, he's starting a business, and he's like, I'm done traveling. I don't want to ever travel again. So why not just travel now, keep investing, and then we can, shortly here talk about how much you need to invest to get to whatever targets you want to get to. But what are your thoughts on that? Just, slowing down investments just a little bit, just so you can have some fun, travel, and, live your life.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Okay.
I mean,
Any hesitation?
a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the hesitation? I'm just curious.
I'm just so used to it, getting usually more than 90% of my paychecks are going in.
That's great. Yeah. What was it like? So like growing up with your family, what was it like money wise?
Oh, I mean, we were never struggling.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we were just like regular middle class family.
Interesting. So you just like investing. You just love seeing your money grow.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So if you're making like 4,200 per month after tax, 300 for expenses. I mean, let's just say, you can invest $3,000 per month. Let's just see what that looks like. At what age would you want to retire if you have an age in mind here?
45.
45? Okay. So that's about 25 years. Let's say you invest, let's just say 3,000 per month. That's about 2.7 million. If we run the 4% calculator on this, that would produce about $108,000 you would basically withdraw each year from your investment accounts, and that would just fund your lifestyle.
Sweet.
Yeah. How does that sound?
Crazy.
Yeah. The thing is, as you get older, your expenses will go up, right? Maybe you get married, you buy a house, you have a family, but your income will also probably go up. Now that leaves you with extra $500 to just do whatever you want. So like, why not just save a couple months and then you book a trip to wherever you want, and you're still building wealth, and you can not wait until later in life to travel and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. Well, that sounds good. You mentioned making more money. Any plans for your career, like long term?
It's hard telling. I mean, there's so many directions to go with it.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a good business. Like, I know a lot of people working in this business. They're making really good money. So it's like, not saying this is a bad business and you're not going to make a lot. So just curious.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, just keep going, man. All I say is just keep investing. Whatever you're doing is working, clearly. And just don't deprive yourself. Travel now. Don't wait.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
All right.
All right, man. Keep it up. Good luck.
Thanks.
Of course. Take care.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
So, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Rich Nerd Life Show. Soundboards, please. We are here to level up your finances. We just spoke to a 19-year-old from Ohio, making really good money. This is net. Zero debt. Expenses are minimal. $2K in cash. $63,000 in assets. 19. What the hell? What the hell? My only concern here is depriving himself. So I don't want him to wait until he's 45 or 50 to travel. You know, he's got a decent chunk of cash left over. Just $500, right? Take part of this, stack it, take part of this, right? Like $500. Go have fun. Thoughts? Concerns? Good advice? Thank you, Dav. She says, y'all gotta start a business, guys. Do research and start something as soon as you can. You know, not everyone wants to start a business, all right? Not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. I actually don't recommend it for most people. For 90% of people out there, I don't recommend being an entrepreneur. Just go work regular jobs, clock out, clock in, right? Get benefits, consistent income, right? So like, there's this rhetoric online. It's like you got to be an entrepreneur, right? You got to buy businesses. Bull fucking shit. You don't. You just don't. It's nonsense. You can live a perfectly fulfilling life working regular jobs. If you don't like the job anymore, cool. Job hop. Go to a different one. If you're getting bored of that, career, that sector, you can learn some new skills, pivot. So don't feel pressure to start a business in order to build wealth. You can build wealth clearly. This kid's been working since 17. He's got $63K in assets, clearly. Not the best example because he is, well, no, he's not working for himself, actually. No, he's working for a company. Yeah. So stressful, yeah. Being an entrepreneur, can be brutal. Fairly high failure rates for businesses as well. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur. True. Yeah. What's that calculator you use for assets? Daniel, this is our Rich Nerds official dashboard of calculators. Guys, I need help naming this. It's in beta. It is going to be available to our founding members. Let me offer some free stuff for y'all. So if you're looking at this and you're like, what is this investing? What is this Roth IRA? I have some money. I don't know what to do with it. I feel cooked. I feel behind. We got you. We have a free guide. This is our Rich Nerds Quick Guide to Being Rich. All the essentials. All the essential things you should be doing with your money in like 7 steps, couple pages, links to YouTube videos on our YouTube channel. Completely free. So I want you guys to click that yellow button, bottom left of your screen. Download it. ! Guide if you're on other platforms. Now, if you're watching this, we have gotten a lot of requests saying, hey, how do I talk to you offline? How do I talk to you offline? One-on-one. I don't want to come on the stream. I don't want to reveal my information. We have a new private community we're building. It is not free, and we're looking for very, very, very specific people. So if you have money, you don't know what to do with it, you're overwhelmed, you want to get help offline, weekly calls. It'll be Q&As, questions, classes, right? And you'll get access to these calculators that we've built, our anti-budget spreadsheet, which is going to help you visualize your expenses, track your net worth, stuff like that. You get access to all this and a lot more. It is for founding members, it is a flat fee since you'll be helping us build this. So as a thank you, it's lifetime access, which is a flat fee. So once the founding member phase is over, then we're going to be switching to a monthly model. Shout out to the founders who joined this week. Our first class is going to be on Wednesday this week, coming week, I think. Is that the 17th? It is. So for the first class, we're going to go over our anti-budget. This is a spreadsheet we created that we're really, really proud of. It's going to help you understand your numbers. That's the most important step. You will not build wealth if you do not understand your numbers. Right, so we'll take a look at your expenses. What percentage of your income is that, right? What are your investments? What percentage of your investments is that, right? What are your savings goals? How much money can we spend on fun? Like we mentioned with this last caller, we do not want to wait until we're 60 to freaking enjoy our lives, right? I'm not waiting, chat. I'm not waiting until I'm 60 and saggy to enjoy my life. Anyway, if you guys want to get access to this community, again, it's not for everyone right now. Think of it as like a beta. You're going to tap this yellow button on TikTok. Exclamation waitlist for other platforms. All right, chat. We are super pumped. We will see you there. Only a handful of slots left. We're taking a very small group. All right, next in the queue, I see Preston. I see user26. We'll start with those. We just need 1,000 more likes on TikTok and YouTube. How's the purple app doing? Where are the purple app people at? Where are the red app people at? Red app. I see you all. People watching on the red app. Comment and I will shout you out right now in chat. And then the purple app. Where are the purple app people at? Where... And if you want to join the queue, guys, instructions are on the screen on TikTok, but if you can't see it, the silhouette of 2 people. That's how you join the queue on TikTok. Very bottom of your screen, exclamation join is the command on other platforms. Jake says his name is Imran, respect his name. Johan, thank you for the gift. Appreciate you. I'm in the purple app chatting tab. Right on, Jackson. Right on. $20K, okay, right on. Biscuit, how you doing? Good to see you again. And thank you. All right, let's take... I see Preston. Quick call out to the rules, guys. You gotta be at least 18, calling from the US, first time caller. And if you're not comfortable with me uploading our conversation to the internet for millions to see, kindly withdraw from the queue to make space for other folks here. Again, 18 plus, US, first time caller. Johan, thank you for the dolphin. Thank you. I appreciate you, Johan. Give us some SpaceX predictions. Buy 1 share, you'll be a billionaire, just like Elon. Follow for more. No, I have no idea. No idea. I can't tell you how many IPOs where I was like, oh yeah, the stock's gonna go crazy, and it just crashed as soon as it opened. Put a 1 in chat if you're buying the SpaceX IPO. Put a 0 in chat if you're passing. Curious. Sid is not buying it. Jack is buying it. Way too risky. Okay. I gotta screenshot this and send it to Elon, huh? Worlds is buying. Buying in 6 months. Okay. So, that if I were buying, I would also do what Patrick is doing. Not saying you guys should do it, but yeah. I want to see some stability. Maybe not the best word to use, but because I know a lot of the private investors are locked out from selling for probably around 6 months. I think there's like a tiered approach for when these people can offload. Overinflated. Buying when it crashes. Bought an ETF with a very small exposure. That's the meta. That's the meta. Okay. Oh, I had a timer going here. Okay. All right, Preston, you are up. Patrick, join the queue, and we can chat, brother. Buying and holding for a few days, and then selling them to buy calls on Tuesday, and then unloading. Okay, you got a plan. You got a plan going. Good luck. Preston.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Are you at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and are cool with being in our videos?
Yeah, I'm in California. I'm 18.
You're in California and you're 18.
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome to being an adult.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so what are you hoping to get out of this call, man?
Honestly, just some advice for a young person. Kind of in the same shoes as the last caller. Just very money oriented and very money focused. Maybe
Okay.
sometimes missing out on some, kid things or whatnot.
Okay, I like the honesty. So just a general audit and maybe some general advice, yeah?
Yeah, and then, any financial advice you have would be great as well.
Okay, cool. Well, let's start with the basics here. How much do you make each month after tax?
So after taxes, I work at, I'm a bellhop at a Hilton, so I make a lot of tips. So I don't really know how to implement that into my salary.
Okay.
Typically,
What do you,
I'll say
sorry, go ahead.
on a month. So after taxes, my paycheck is $1,500. And I say I also pull around $800 a month worth of tips, at least.
Wow, okay. Are taxes withheld on those tips, or are you reporting it later?
So as of 2026, there's no taxes on tips up to $28,000.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Or is it 25,000?
Might be 25.
Okay.
You might be right there.
Well, thanks
I
for that
don't think
reminder.
I'm gonna make $25,000 on tips this year.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I forgot about that new tax law. Okay, cool. So $2,300 then we'll go with. Any debt?
Nope.
What are your expenses?
$200 a month.
And someone from chat asked a good question. Sorry, was this $1,500 monthly or biweekly?
That is going to be about my monthly.
So $1,500 per month is your base without the tips.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
cool. Okay, cool. What do you have in savings?
So I have everything diversified in a portfolio.
Okay, so you don't have really any cash, or maybe some in a checking.
We can call it $1,000.
Okay. Okay, and what about assets?
76,000 fluctuates depending on the market.
You kids are crazy these days. My goodness. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this in a second. So, you're 18, calling from California. You're making around $2,300 per month after tax, zero debt, $200 per month in expenses, $1,000 in cash, $76,000 in assets. Holy moly, that is nuts! Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
That's insane. When did you start working?
So I started working like 13, really, doing side like odd jobs.
Okay.
But really started working when I was like 14, 15.
And when did you start investing?
I started investing at like 14.
Wow. So did your parents opened an account for you?
Correct. Yeah, I had a custodial account.
Wow. Wow. W parents. Well, this is the result, guys. You start young, and then time's your best friend. So you had a good 4 years of investing here.
Yeah. Most of the money I'll dedicate to a high rising in stocks, but I haven't actually made any of that money because I haven't cashed it out.
What does your portfolio look like right now? This 76,000.
Yeah, so around 20 of it is in a S&P 500 tracker. That I don't add to really. That's kind of what I count as my savings account. I'll never touch that. I'll just kind of let that grow. And then the rest of my portfolio is diversified in single stocks, Meta, SoFi, Amazon, Nvidia.
What is your most concentrated holding, and how much is it?
So my most concentrated holding is Meta. And how much is it worth, or how many shares?
Of this 76,000, how much is it worth? Yeah.
Of this 76,000, Meta parts for about 40.
Wow. Okay. 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 And then what sort of accounts do you have? Is it all just in a brokerage account?
Yes, it is all in a Fidelity.
Okay, cool. I think I have enough information here. So, like, looking at these numbers, how would you rate yourself out of 10?
I'd say I'm doing pretty good on the higher end of the scale.
Okay. What do you think? Like a 8, 9?
Yeah, like 8.5.
Okay. Chat, what do you guys think so far? 18, no debt, pretty good income, minimal expenses, 76,000 invested, 0 out of 10. Yeah, I see a bunch of 9s, 10s, 10 from being 18. Yeah, a lot of 10s in the chat. Someone says cap. There's always someone that says cap. She says 9. Okay. So, okay. So the reason why I asked, I dug a little further because I was usually when I talk to young dudes, they have a couple things in common. They hate holding cash and they love high risk and they don't like any tax advantage accounts. Those are like the 3 main things I constantly run into, right, chat? It's like they don't like the tax advantage accounts. They don't want to have any cash because of inflation. So I would rate this probably an 8. I would, if you had a little more cash, if you had less individual stocks, it would be like a 9.5, 9.8. So basically, the main thing I would ding you with here is, again, the high concentration in individual stocks. Mm-hmm. Having
I know
Not
you're
ha-
gonna hate me for this, but most recently, when the S&P was up, I sold around 30K of it and kept it in my Fidelity account, and then just reinvested it into single stock
Mm,
during the crash or the dip.
which one?
I mean, SoFi's been down consistently. Meta's been down 120, I want to say, from where it was at. So I've been just kind of been riding the dip and buying it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So my biggest concern is a couple things. A, we're not taking advantage of tax advantage accounts like the Roth IRAs. Does your employer offer any kind of 401k or retirement account?
So my Roth IRA, so I haven't invested into it yet, but my plan is at the end of the year, just to pull out of my stock account, and in April I'll pay for both this year and the following year.
Oh, okay. I see.
So I guess I don't have that yet, but
Okay. Why
am
wait?
planning on
Why
investing
not
in the Roth.
why not just do it now?
Because right now I would be doing it bi-monthly, which I could, but I don't make an extensive amount monthly, so I couldn't necessarily pay that off as quick.
Well, I mean, if your expenses are about $200 per month, you're bringing in $2,300 or so. I mean, that's almost $2K per month after your expenses, right? So you can technically max out the Roth in 2, 4, 6, about 4 months, less than 4 months. You can max it out for 2026. Then you're in the market. Your money's working for you. So what's stopping you from doing that?
Not opposed to that. I just believe that that might be a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing really holding you back there. Just kind of.
No, not at all. That's a good idea.
Cool. Yeah, because the thing is, we're super concentrated. We don't really know what's going to happen to Meta long term. It's incredibly difficult to beat the markets long term. So while you've been getting some nice wins, I've been getting some nice wins. Typically what happens is things return back to the average. So it's fine to have individual stocks. Our rule here at Rich Nerd is 90-10. 90% have like a core position in whatever, S&P, total market, some international, whatever allocation you'd like. But 90% is like your core. And then up to 10% do whatever you want. If you want to do individuals, sector-specific ETFs, just whatever you want. So right now it's really, really imbalanced. And I'm a hypocrite because back in the day I did do a lot of individual stuff, and then I stopped since then. And just got super lucky, but there was no skill. It just got really lucky. But now I'm just offloading each month, dollar cost averaging out of my highly concentrated positions.
Yeah. So, that makes sense. I think when I was investing purely into the S&P 500, I was up like 22%, which is fantastic. But since I started doing my own, and I understand that the market's been up, but I think I'm up like 70.
Yeah. In the short term, I mean, it's pretty common. It's just when you zoom out, like if we look at for example, the SPIVA report, let me show you one example here. So this general report basically shows out of all of the large cap funds in the US, how many of them under or overperform the S&P 500. So if you look at this, I know you can't really see it on TikTok, but this 1 year, we're seeing that about 21% outperform the S&P. That's pretty good. But as we zoom out further and further, right, 5 years, now it's down to 11%, right? 10 years, 15 years. It's like 90% of these professionally managed funds, people with credentials and decades of experience and lots of research, they can outperform the S&P 500. So the risk here is, sure, you have some short-term wins, but long-term we could be underperforming by choosing these individual stocks. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
What were you going to say?
What do you personally do?
So like I said, I got kind of lucky. I invested in some individual stock back in like 2017, 2018. It turned out to be Micron. Pure luck. Since then, I've switched to just index funds. So now I'm basically dollar cost averaging out of every single individual stock position I have into a US total market index, an international index, a little bit of a NASDAQ, and a little bit of Bitcoin. So I have this 4-fund portfolio is my target.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, nice and simple. Yeah. And again, like 10%, if you want to go do some higher risk stuff, go for it. I'm doing some crypto, some other stuff. So
Okay, so your biggest thing would just be over the long term. You don't think I'm going to outperform just investing into an index?
I hope you do. If you pursue it, I hope you do beat the index. It's just the data is like overwhelming that it's incredibly difficult. Even like financial professionals can't do it, right? Warren Buffett placed a bet with a bunch of hedge funds back in the day. I think it was like 2010 or so. And he was like, hey, I bet you guys can't beat the S&P over the course of like 10 or 15 years. And he won $1 million bet. So that's like $1 billion hedge fund managers, right?
So if I had a more balanced, not necessarily all towards an index, I would get a higher grade. Things would be better.
All the data leads us to believe that, yes.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Beyond that, you're doing great, right? At 18, you have a huge net worth. Just keep going. Only thing I would say is you make sure you're diversified. And then are you spending money on having fun? I want to make sure you're not depriving yourself too much.
I mean, yeah, like I go to the...
Right, living at home, so, spend some, have some fun.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely put work above other things.
Yeah, no, definitely. This. If there's a time to sacrifice a little bit, it's going to be in your younger years. A little bit of grinding, build that momentum, and that momentum's going to carry you like super hard. And just like a quick calculation, have you done any compound interest calculations?
Compound interest
calculations?
Yeah, compound interest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like just your current trajectory, let's just say you do $1,000 a month. I mean, in 30 years, like after inflation, assuming you get average market returns, like 1.8 million, right?
Right. Which is like 4% is like $80,000 a year for me.
Yeah, if you have 1.8 million, about 72K. And then, as you get older, you're going to make more money. So that's more money you can invest, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. All right, man. Well, good luck. Keep it up.
All right, I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Of course. Take care. Man, these kids are crushing it. My goodness. Matthew, we accounted for inflation. Let me show you. So that same calculation. Now, stock market historically has returned about 10% past 30, 40 years or so. So you may see 3.7 million in this account. It'll feel more like 1.8 million. We are factoring in inflation. Got me, says Matthew. I wasn't trying to get you, Matthew. We're just trying to educate. Okay, what was that last question I was looking? How long has the caller been investing again? He started at 14 years old. His parents opened him a custodial account. And he's just been pumping money into this thing. Pretty nuts. I'm very jealous. I wish I did that. Yeah, W parents. Mr. Watson. Thank you for the gifts, buddy. Thank you for the cap. Good to see you, man. Peyton, how you doing, man? Yeah, W parents. Yeah, W parents, right? Glad he's taken advantage of a good situation. Agreed. Okay, we got 20 minutes, guys. I will promise 2 more people in the queue. I do see... I wish I can read Arabic. I can't. I see a photo of a bird with like is that like Iranian colors or Afghan colors? What are you? What kind of brown are you? Come on. I know you're brown. What kind of brown are you? Palestine! Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's put a 1 in chat for Palestine, baby. Let's put a 1 in chat for Palestine. Okay. Let's clear the board here. 2 more callers. If y'all are enjoying the show, consider following. If y'all want a free resource to get your financial shit together, to go from cooked to goated, we have an awesome free resource. We have a free guide. We have our Rich Nerd's Quick Guide to Being Rich. This covers all the essentials. If you want to get on that person's level, start that investing journey, this guide's got you covered. The essentials covered. You're going to tap this yellow button on TikTok, bottom left of your screen, exclamation guide. If you want something more, like I mentioned earlier, we have a new community that we just spun up. This one's not free. We're looking for very, very, very specific people to be our founding members. We need about a couple more founders, and we're going to kick this off. If you don't know what to do with your money, you're super overwhelmed, but you know you want to invest and set yourself up. If you want to get help offline, you don't want to do these calls, you don't want to dox yourself, I understand. We're going to be doing calls weekly, some will be classes. You'll also get access to our calculators that we've built, our anti-budget spreadsheet. Our first class coming this Wednesday, we will cover the anti-budget spreadsheet. By the end of the class, everyone's going to have their spreadsheet filled out. They're going to know exactly how much money is going towards expenses, how much is going toward investments, savings, having fun. They're going to see their net worth with some charts. They're going to have some awesome calculators. We put a lot of time into this awesome spreadsheet. We're very proud of it. You get all of it joining this community. Tap that yellow button on TikTok. There will be an option for that. Again, it is not for everyone. Please read the description when you open up the page, so we don't have to like do refunds. We're looking for a handful more. And as a founder, again, you're going to get lifetime access. Once the founding phase is over, we open it up to everyone. Then it is going to be a monthly subscription. All right. You do get a 30-minute private call with me as well, just for founders. All right, guys. Let's get our Palestinian friend here.
What's up? What's up?
Habibi, how you doing?
No, I'm not. I'm from America, man. I just spread awareness.
Okay, right on. Really quick, are you at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, and are okay with being in our videos?
Yeah, 32.
32. All right. Where are you calling from?
California, San Diego.
San Diego. All right. How can I help?
Well, so I mean, I'm pretty financial literate when it comes to my investments, but I am doing a big purchase, and then as well as just got a raise, or a new job finally that included about a 15K a year raise.
Congrats.
I have an echo. Is that me?
It's TikTok. Yeah, I don't know what the issue. We've tried to solve it for like months, but it just seems to be on TikTok's side.
Oh, good.
Yeah. If it's really bugging you, we have a free Discord server. You can join that and we can continue there.
Okay. No, I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
But yeah, so I make about $6,900 after taxes. It's spread between 3 different incomes. It's my job, which is about $65K a year base. Or I'm sorry, I apologize. The post tax is like 55.
What's your monthly take home just across the board after taxes? 5,500?
69.
$6,900 per month.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I'm a filtration mechanic.
A filtration mechanic.
Well, I was a diver. Now I'm a filtration mechanic.
You were a diver before. Wow. Okay. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Cool. Okay. Do you have any debt?
Yeah, so the debt I do have is on my 401k loan, and
Oh.
it's about $5,000 left on it, which I deeply regret doing.
Yeah. Everyone says that.
It was nice in the beginning, but then I looked at how much I could have made in the S&P over the last 4 years. No, actually, it's been about 3, but still, big gains.
Okay. So $5,000 left on there. What are your monthly expenses?
It's about $3,500 a month, but I will be honest, that kind of it's plus or minus maybe $500 depending on what me and my spouse do. Like we're not our biggest expenditure is food. We don't really we just eat whatever we want.
Okay. Does your you said it's your wife?
We've been together 11 years, but
Okay. What does your partner work?
Well, no.
Okay. And where is this
some
kept?
big purchases recently, so we had to replace our AC, which costed $7,000 cash,
Ooh.
and then a water heater, which was another $1,000. So.
Okay. What do you have in assets?
My 401k is currently at 100. Well, market dropped a little bit the last few days, but about 121.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. But I am about to get. That's why I wanted to call to get some advice. So I am getting a new Camry, and it's going to be about 36.7 out the door. It's going to be about $600 a month. I'm spending 2 months loan at 4.54.
Okay, so we're getting a new car. What was the total cost?
It's 36.7.
And this is taxes, title fees, everything?
Yeah, out
Okay.
door.
Okay. And you had some big expenses earlier. You said it was like a AC unit and what else?
Yeah, we recently had to do a new AC, and a water heater is coming up, which I have money set to the side for that, which we're changing from a gas to a, what's it called? I don't forget the name right now.
Like a hybrid water heater?
No, it's like tankless. That's what it is.
Oh, tankless. Okay.
So it's going to cost a couple grand to do that.
Okay, so you said you have $6,000 in savings, and then you have a separate savings for your other upcoming expense.
Well, yeah, I mean I'm using the savings as part of it, but I have put that to the side, like knowing I'm going to spend that money. If that makes sense. So I'm already counting. So I guess $4 grand.
Okay. So let's how do we want to do this? Okay. So $6,000 is what's currently in there right now, or is there more?
This is just the cash on hand.
Okay. So there's no money set aside for anything else. This is all the cash.
No.
Okay.
We normally like to stay above 10, but right now I'm just kind of trying to get back. I just got the raise like last paycheck. It was one of my first paycheck with it. So.
Okay, cool. All right, let's recap here. So you're 32, calling from California, making $6,900 per month after tax. You have $5,000 in debt. This is a 401k loan. On the high side, $4,000 per month in expenses, $6,000 in cash, $121,000 in a 401k. Okay. Looking at these, how would you rate your numbers out of 10?
Well, I also did factor in. I also put $24K a year. I maxed out my 401k out of my paycheck. So, and then whatever extra money I have at the end of the year, which the last couple of years I've been able to max out my IRA as well. The last 2 years.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, nice.
My 401k didn't start until like 5 years ago.
Does this 121k factor in your Roth, or is this just your 401k?
That's just my 401k. I transferred my IRA into my 401k
Oh, I see. Okay.
every year.
Interesting. So hold on. So you have a traditional IRA with your employer.
No, I
And
have a
then-
traditional 401k with my employer, and my IRA is my own, and I just roll it over.
Sorry, sorry. What was that? Your IRA what?
My IRA is just an individual.
Oh, it's like a traditional IRA?
Yeah.
So you contribute to that and then just roll it into your 401k?
Yeah.
For what?
I just like to have it all in one account. It's in the same investment.
Oh, I see. But going forward, you're going to choose the Roth IRA.
No, did I say Roth? No, traditional.
Oh, why not go for the Roth?
See, that's where I'm kind of thought about. I just like the big tax deduction. I get it saves me about like $400 a month in taxes doing a traditional.
Yeah, like on the surface, that makes a lot of sense, right? Why not just like pay less in taxes? The downside is
that's what I was calling, because I didn't know. I've like kind of been back and forth about maybe I had thought about that with that 7,500, just doing the Roth and keeping my 24,000 as a traditional.
yeah. So here's how I would think of it. I would care a little less about the taxes and care a little more about the tax diversification. I wish people talked more about this online, but here's like the super high level. So you have a traditional 401k.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Roth IRA.
Okay.
And then to complete the trifecta here, we also ideally would want a brokerage account.
So how I do it is with my extra cash, I just have the SoFi, and it's about 3.8% right now. So I just keep it in there. But I feel like I'm pretty heavily investing in those other ones. I feel like to have my cash a little more secured investment personally, if I need it, I don't know, that's just kind of how I just feel like the extra cash, which I usually don't have more than 10 grand, just sitting in a high yield.
And you're talking about the 6K here, right?
Yeah, that sits in that in my
Okay.
sits in my high yield. I don't know if you recommend still a brokerage as well on top
After tax.
post tax. Yeah.
And then we have, I'm going to say long-term capital gains tax. So really when you're older, what's nice about having all these accounts is you're going to take some from here, you're going to take some from here, and then some from the brokerage account. And then all of that, if you do it right, you could potentially pay zero taxes on all of it. So the way it works is, the 401k, you pay income tax on withdrawals, right?
Yes.
Okay. So like if we look at, for example, the tax brackets,
I think it's like 50 or 50, around 50 grand is like the 22% for a single. It's like 49 or something.
right. So if we pull up a site so we can see this. So the 2026 brackets, let's assume you're married here. So the first bracket is 10%. Up to so $28,800. What's nice is you have the standard tax deduction, which if we look that up, the standard deduction
61.
No, for married it should be higher.
Oh, for married, yeah, then it's probably like 30.
Yeah, 32.
32.
Right. So you take, let's say, 32 grand from your 401k. This is just a really rough example. So like, let me do this again. Let me just undo this really quick. So you take 32 grand from your 401k minus the standard deduction. You're paying zero taxes on this withdrawal, right?
Yep.
And then your Roth IRA, of course, you can take, I don't know, just say 30K, just as an example here. You already are going to pay zero because it's tax-free withdrawals, right?
The problem I have with that is I'm only doing 7,500 on that one, which let's just say it goes up. Let's just say over the course of the next, because I'll be retiring in no later than 23 years. So I don't know what that will be at 23 years. I'd have to do I'm on this app, so I can't do that math with the IRA.
All good. I'm just trying to explain a very just basic concept here. Right.
Yeah.
And then the brokerage account, it generally doesn't have tax benefits, but as long as you hold the stock for longer than a year, then you qualify for long-term capital gains tax.
Is that like what, 15%?
Yes, but check this out. Shout out to the college investor for letting me use their website
am
here.
I able to access my money on that brokerage account?
Instantly. So hold on, check this out. So for the 0% tax bracket, between $0 and $49,000. So you can take money out of all these accounts strategically and literally pay zero taxes.
I don't understand how I wouldn't pay taxes on that brokerage.
Because you kept your stocks in there for a certain amount of time, at least a year, which would qualify for long-term capital gains tax. Do you know that distinction? If you hold it for less than a year, it's taxed as ordinary income,
but there's still a tax you pay, though.
There is a 0% tax bracket. So if your income, for example, is under $98,000 married, you're in the 0% bracket.
Wait, so with the brokerage account, long-term capital gains, you only pay taxes over $100K a year?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that part.
Yeah. It technically stacks on top of your ordinary income, but in this case, this very simple example, you could TLDR strategically because you're tax diversified, take from each account little by little, and potentially pay nothing.
Yes.
Okay, this is a very simple, naive example. I'm not saying you can just blindly do this, but that's the power of being tax diversified.
Well, with my projection, my income will be a lot higher than that, but at least that knows that I won't be paying as much in taxes.
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't really know where you're going to be in 20, 30 years. So
exactly.
Being diversified is
plan out 5 years at a time.
Exactly. So being diversified here is, in my opinion, I'm not saying,
it's not a
this
bad
is,
idea.
yeah. Okay, cool. So we covered that. What is,
Roth instead of the traditional?
I would definitely choose the Roth if I were you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the brokerage account. You said I have access to a brokerage account funds immediately, like a card. Would I get like a bank card almost?
It's an investment account. So you put money in there. You choose whatever you want to invest in. If you sell within a year, you'll pay short-term capital gains or losses. If you hold it for more than a year, long-term capital gains. So it's just it's an investment account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe what I'll do is once I get back over 10K, anything over 10K, just start throwing it in there, I guess. Because I like to have 10K cash on me because of that. Like, what if something goes wrong and then now the stock that I'm investing in is down?
Exactly. So let's talk about cash now. So all that kind of makes sense that we talked about.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Okay, perfect. So the last thing here is you only have $6,000 in savings. That's a red flag because your expenses, let's just say they're $3,500. We want a solid 6 months. So your savings should be about $21,000. So you're very, very cash poor right now. And you've experienced these emergencies, so they're no joke. They happen. Water heater, right?
I'll need a new roof here soon too. That's like 20 grand. So.
Exactly. So
my theory is if I just keep slamming my investment accounts, if I really needed the money for something, I can just pay the 10% penalty and pay some taxes. That's my thought process. Just slam my stuff, and then if I need it later, I could just take it and take a hit.
You can do that, but you can avoid that also. Just have cash here. You don't have to, touch, and you've already borrowed from your 401k. You know what happens to the opportunity cost of doing that, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So I would highly suggest having a separate cash fund. That way you're not forced to sell assets. Like assets, you don't want to be forced to sell assets. You want that shit to appreciate over time.
Yeah.
Right. So I would highly suggest stop investing everything, build up a solid emergency fund, and then you can resume from there. The last thing here is you have this new car you're buying.
Yeah.
What's the status of your current car?
I haven't had a new car in like 11 years. I've been driving the same car. The AC went out. The AC is going to cost at least $600 if I do it myself, or $1,500 from a mechanic shop. It's got a lot of electrical issues, no radio. So I've been driving beat up for like a couple years now, and I'm just kind of at the point where the Camry will save me about $1,000 in year in taxes, 1,200. I mean, taxes and gas. So it's gonna save me a little bit of money on gas, and then I get a newer vehicle.
Okay. And you're financing this car?
Yeah, 0 down.
What's the term? Like, how long is the loan for?
72.
Oof.
But I'll probably pay it off in like 3 or 4.
Okay, so my suggestion here is when it comes to buying a car, and you have to finance it, cash is the best way to buy a car, hands down. But if you have to finance, at least 20% down, no more than a 4-year loan, and then we want our transportation costs to be no more than 10% of our income.
The problem I have with that is the way the market's going. I've made about, I think it's gone up 79% in the last 5 years. For me, I would rather pay the 4% interest and have my money invested. Personally, that's just kind of how I live. I feel like I make more money in the market so I'd rather use the bank's money.
So 4% is the rate on this loan?
4.5, yeah.
Okay.
Through Navy Fed.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I would try and get the term to be lower then, right? That way because you
do the 72 for a lower payment. I paid off my van for my business in like 3 years, and I got a 5-year loan, so I paid off quicker. I just like to be obligated to a smaller payment in case I have like a couple months where I need to like save a little bit more money. If that makes sense.
I see.
I don't know if that's wrong and right.
In my opinion, you should buy a car cash, save for it separately, and then put as much down as possible. And just not having a car payment is really nice. But if you want to go the financing route and you are going to pay it off early, and you have a history doing that, go for it. Okay, so we talked about a lot here. Any last question before we hop off here?
No, I would say other than that, like, do you have any other suggestions? Like, all my money's in the S&P. I don't know. I mean, I heard the last guy you're talking to, I was kind of getting the ick listening to those individual stocks. I don't really believe in individual stocks, but I don't know what you have advice for me on my investments.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just do S&P and chill, I think that's a perfectly fine strategy. I do like, for me personally, I like to have a little bit of international because there's just some awesome companies internationally. They have performed quite well recently, but we don't want to just focus too much on the short term. But if you're cool with S&P and chill, I see no problem with that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your help, and I'll definitely get on that IRA and brokerage then.
Cool. Yeah, just build up that savings also. Stop all the investments, get that built up, and then you can continue after that.
Okay.
Cool. All right, man. Good luck. Take care. All right, so there was a lot for that one. A lot of takeaways. We got to get the savings up because he did have some emergencies, and we want to make sure he's covered for future emergencies. He has this 401k loan, which is interesting because everyone I talk to, they all regret like across the board taking a loan against their 401k. Okay, we have time for one more, guys, and I gotta hop off here. Alex, thank you for the Prime sub. 15 months. Damn. Can't believe how long it's been. Do you rent or own? We own. Of course. Okay. Okay. I have time for one quick one. I see Pep and Pizza. Really quick, again, to hop on a call here, guys, you got to be at least 18 years or older in the US, first-time caller. We do upload these conversations on our channel, so if you don't want to be famous, kindly withdraw from the queue. And if you guys want to learn more about the Roth IRA, the index funds, if you're kind of confused about what we're talking about, download our free guide. If you're on TikTok, you're going to tap this yellow button, bottom left of your screen, exclamation guide on other platforms. Okay. We have time for only one more caller, guys. So if you want to hop on a call, Braden and S4, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific will be the next stream. And again, it is 18 plus, US callers only, first time callers only, and you have to be okay with being in our video. So if you don't want to end up on YouTube, this is not for you. Consider our private community. US is strictly required, yeah. We're only doing US right now. We'll open it up to Canada maybe next year or so. I do play guitar, Matt, yeah. It's been a while, though.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Am I echoing?
It's gonna be an echo on your end. TikTok has this like weird bug.
Do you want me to join on Discord?
Yeah, are you in the Discord?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
Can I get my laptop? 1 second.
Yeah. 0%. Yeah, 0% down. Yeah, we want to put quite a bit down. Yeah. Car payments. Yeah, I'll never have a car payment again. Hard pass. No mas, please. Yeah, if you so the next stream, guys, is gonna be Tuesday 6 p.m. Pacific. So this is the last caller of the night. So if we didn't get to you, don't worry, we can get to you next time. We have people do sometimes wait because their schedule. Sometimes they wait a month or two to get on a call with us. So just keep trying, keep showing up. You'll get one.
Okay, I'm in Discord.
Oh, perfect. Okay, let me.
I'll disconnect here.
Okay, just join the chatting channel, and I'll move you to a private channel. Oh, Jackson, it's you. What's up?
Hi,
Hello. I do hear you. How's it going?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm turning you off on my phone.
Okay.
Okay, so there you are.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, man.
Awesome.
So what's going on? How can I help?
So I have a few questions about where to kind of deploy my money. Last year, I started making a more substantial amount of income, and just out of like fear of taxes, I just kind of threw it all on a high yield savings. So I didn't really deploy a lot of it. As held it because I was scared, and I didn't really know a lot until kind of tax season came around, and I realized that I paid so much in like self-employment tax. So then I set up like an S corp. So now I'm like paying myself payroll and stuff, but I still have a lot of the funds not invested. So kind of just want some guidance on that.
Okay. Wow. Way to get all that set up. Okay, well, let's get the basics here. How old are you?
I am 28. I'll be 29 next month.
Okay. I'm also a July birthday. And where are you calling from?
Georgia.
Georgia, nice. Okay, so how much you bringing in each month after tax?
So it varies slightly, but it's anywhere from 26,000 to 32,000 a month.
Oh my gosh, per month?
Yeah,
Between 26 and 30 what?
32.
Jeez. Okay, so we'll do like, I don't know, 29? Insane.
Yeah, I would say averages closer to 27.5 or 28.
Okay. Is this your the salary you're paying yourself, or just the business?
So I'm kind of like trying to look for some guidance on that as well. I go through Collective, and they set it at like 52, but I cannot 52.5, but I can always adjust it, and I likely will have to because I have to pay myself a reasonable salary. My biggest thing is like I front loaded my 401k, and obviously like the company can only match me to a certain, or the S corp can only match me to a certain percentage, so I would have to pay myself more to match myself more.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like confused about that, as if it makes more sense to pay myself more since I'll pay more in taxes. Yes.
It's so funny you say that because I'm with Cookie Finance, not Collective, but Cookie's a different one. I asked that exact same question, and what I will say is, just because people have credentials doesn't mean that they know what they're talking about. Let's just say that,
Yeah, for sure.
and it's really frustrating. So I
I
understand.
feel like I found more out from TikTok than I have from like people that actually get paid to do it.
Yeah, people that are CPAs, EAs. Yeah, I've met an insane amount of incompetent financial professionals. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah. So you maxed out the employer side of your solo 401k.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
And I maxed
how
out my
much?
Roth as well.
Perfect. And then how much of your? Well, hold on. If your salary, so your reasonable salary is 27K per month. Let me just want to make sure.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting paid currently. It's in between like 26 and 32.
Okay, that's going through payroll, like Gusto or whatever.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not paying myself that. That's what I'm bringing in. But what
Oh,
I'm
okay.
paying myself through the company is only like 4,000 a month or something.
Oh, okay. Understood. Oh yeah, your reasonable comp is gonna have to go up because that's gonna be a little sus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured, but I can always adjust it at any time. So
Okay. So I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm still trying to understand the trade-offs. So I'm still really deep into this kind of rabbit hole because I want to understand. We can increase reasonable comp. That's going to increase our FICA tax obligation, right? Which means we can invest more into our employee side of the 401k. So there's that. There's also, well, I have a brokerage account. I can just leave reasonable comp as is and just dump the rest into a brokerage account. I'm going to have to get back to you on that part. And you are in the Discord. I know you're in the actually subscriber chat. So
yeah.
Is that cool? I'm still in the middle of it. I don't feel confident in giving an answer. Is that fine?
That's totally fine. Yeah, but
Okay.
I have some more questions, like just about deploying money and stuff. So
perfect. So let's get to the rest of the numbers
that.
here. Perfect. All good. It's so funny that you're in the exact same situation. That's really funny. Okay, so let's get the rest of the numbers. How much debt do you have?
So our mortgage is 184,000 left.
Okay. Anything else?
That's the only debt that we have. Or actually, well, no, I have like 4,000 left on flooring that's at 0% interest that
okay.
I'm just paying off whenever.
Okay, all good. I'm just gonna round up to 190. What's the mortgage at? What's the interest rate?
It's at 3%.
Oh my gosh, that's criminal.
We bought in May of 2020, so like right when the rates dropped.
Wow. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot to ask, like, what the hell do you do for work making 27 grand per month? And are you hiring?
So I can't. So I came in on a burner account because a lot of my employees follow me, but I run like an affiliate program. So I run an affiliate program and I do marketing for like a telehealth company.
Oh, what kind of company?
A telehealth company.
A telehealth company. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Very cool. All right, let's talk about your expenses.
Yeah, I honestly, we run very slim. I think our expenses are probably like 38 to 42 a month. 4,200, sorry.
It was me. I was trying to see if I want to write the number out or just put a K there. I was buffering. Okay, how much you have in savings?
So I have 132,000 in my savings. My husband has 30,000 and then 50,000 in a CD.
Okay, so 132 in yours, and then how much in your husband's savings, and then how much is the CD again?
He has about 30,000 and then 50,000 in a CD.
Damn, you guys have a lot of cash.
Yeah.
What does your
It's
husband
a
do?
good problem to have.
Yeah, it
He's
is.
a truck driver.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll talk about that in a second here. How about assets, stocks, crypto, real estate?
So we have 145 in a brokerage account. I have about 30 in my Roth IRA. 24.5 in my solo 401k that I set up this year, and then I also have about 15k from a previous 401k that I had with another company.
Okay. And then how much equity do you have in your home, roughly?
It's worth about 355.
So that's about maybe like 250-ish. Okay. Any other assets besides that?
Just our vehicles, but I wouldn't call those assets necessarily.
Okay. Cool. Actually, that's bugging me. Let me get the more accurate number. How much is the house worth again?
The house is worth probably 355.
Okay. Okay, about 165 plus 215. Okay, my math was horribly wrong there. 380.
I will also say that I have about 9,000 that I have to pay in quarterly in like a few days. So
Right.
I probably should have told you that too.
All good. I know all about them quarterlies. Okay, holy moly. Let's recap here. So, Jackson, you're 28, calling from Georgia. You make around $27,000 per month from your business in affiliate marketing. You have about $190,000 in debt. Most of that is a mortgage, $4,000 per month in expenses, 132 grand in your savings, 30K in your husband's savings. He has also 50K in a CD. You have $380,000 in assets. So like you guys have, I mean, you have like with the cash over $500,000 in assets. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is insane, dude. Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. It's crazy when you put it that way.
It's crazy. Yeah. And you're 28. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of research and I just like, haven't done all the math yet to figure out like what our fire number is, but like that's what I want my goal to be. I want my goal to hit my fire number.
Okay. Cool. So, let's, I mean, rate your numbers out of 10, first of all. Let's get that out of the way.
I don't know. Well, I would personally, because I don't think that I have enough invested, I would go lower. I would give myself like a 6 or a 7. Like for having the money, I think a 10, but like not having it invested, I'm obviously losing to inflation. So,
Okay.
there's that.
It's fair. Chat, what do you guys think? Sid says, oh, he rich. It's funny. Jake says, before you hopped on, this guy better have his stuff together. Jake, I hope you're impressed because he definitely has it together. 12 out of 10, says Zev. Chat, what do you think? 0 out of 10. I mean, obviously we know where this is going to go, but I want to hear it. I want to see it. 67 out of 10. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, if I had to complain, I mean, this is like pretty close to a 10. I would say like 9 just because of the cash. That's pretty much it. That's my only complaint. It's just the cash, which is the main reason you're here. Okay, so let's talk about that. Beside that 401k issue we talked about earlier, what's the main thing blocking you or holding you back from deploying this cash?
Well, last year, the biggest thing that was holding me back was I was just like nervous for taxes. like I had just heard of so many people like, you know, having to battle with Uncle Sam. So I was like, I am not gonna mess with the IRS. So my biggest thing was just like having the money set aside before, and I wasn't like ready or felt educated enough to invest at the time. I probably should have gotten a financial advisor at that point in time, but I guess I just like waited, and I was like grinding 90 hours a week. So, um, you know, I think that was the biggest holdback. But now, like that I'm settling in, I have a little bit more time. I've gotten a financial advisor, which is who the brokerage is through. So um, I have that, but also kind of just want a little additional guidance.
Interesting. So, I mean, first of all, I'm flattered because you have a tax professional and a financial advisor, and you still come to me. So that's flattering. Okay, really quick. You said you have a financial advisor with your brokerage. How are you paying them?
What do you mean? Like, how am I paying them?
So, like, you have a financial advisor with your brokerage. Are you paying them? Are they managing your investments for you? Are you paying them like hourly?
Yes, they're managing
Oh,
business.
interesting. Okay, interesting. Can I tell you a fun fact about that?
Yes, please.
So first of all, financial professionals, whether they're analysts or financial advisors or a stock bro on TikTok, the vast majority of them simply can't outperform the stock market, like the S&P 500, for example, over the course of like 10, 15, 20 years. These advisors, when they manage your investments, they also take, they charge a management fee. So like an asset under management fee. Do you know like what percentage they're charging you?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't want to lie to you, so I'm not sure.
All good. I'll have what you do here. Just I'll say CFP. It's a certified financial planner. That's probably their title. CFP. And then I'll say fee. Because typically what I see is the fees, and we can just Google it now just so you can see it. What is the average AUM fee for a financial advisor? About 1% is the average. And what's interesting about that is it seems like a very low and innocent number. But let me show you what that fee costs long term. So mutual fund. So you have about, you said around $215,000 roughly?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say, I don't know, you invest, let's say it's your route that rate. Let's say you do $30,000 per year. I know you can't see all of this, but just bear with me. You invest for, I don't know, 20 years, you earn a 7% rate of return, and then they charge you a 1% fee. So normally you would have about 2.1 million in this calculation. But after fees, their 1% fee, you'd pay almost about $288,000 to the financial advisor.
Wow.
The thing is, like I mentioned before, it's extremely difficult to outperform the market.
Yeah.
So there's a high chance that they will underperform if they're trying to choose your investments for you that aren't index funds. So you're underperforming, and then you're also paying these fees. So you're getting hit like twice.
Gotcha.
Now, I'd rather have people invest and pay that fee if they're not going to invest at all. I would choose that. But you could also just do it yourself, invest in a simple, index fund or, total market fund, something simple that historically
that's really
performs
what I did
better.
With my Roth.
Okay, nice. Cool. So then you already have an idea of what that looks like. It isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll leave you with that, just so I'm not rapping for too long. See what the fee is, maybe run some numbers and see if it makes sense for you to manage that yourself.
Cool.
What is your when do you want to retire by, so we can calculate that FIRE number?
I would love to retire at 55, if possible.
Okay.
That's kind of like, I feel like the goal.
Okay, and then how much would you want each year? How much would you want to withdraw each year in that in retirement? Would it be this 4K times 12?
So I think what we set our goal for is 3.75 million
Okay.
at the 4% rule. So I forget what that number came down to.
150,000. Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So then all we got to do is just punch in some numbers here. You have, let's see, 215. And then, let's see, you are 28. So that's going to be, let's see, about 17 years, I believe, till you're 55. You have 215 invested, 7% return. And then how much are we going to be investing each month? Well, actually, hold on. We have this cash we got to account for. Do you have anything you're saving for in the short term besides your emergency fund? Just so I can see how much we have to work with here.
There's nothing.
Okay.
Like literally, I want to throw the bulk of it, but I want to obviously like be safe and have an emergency fund. So I didn't know how much. I think I'm going to at least throw 100.
Okay. How comfortable would you be opening your bank account and seeing about $24,000?
Makes me nervous.
Okay.
When I open it now, I see a lot more.
You see a lot more, yeah, and it feels safe. It feels secure, yeah.
Yeah.
So, ironically, that's the harder part is like parting with the cash. It happens constantly, yeah. So I just want to bring that to your attention. So 6 months of expenses. You can even do 9 if you'd like. You're self-employed, so like having 9, even 12 months of expenses, I think that's totally fine. So like if you want to do that, if it's 4,000 per month, you can do 9 months. That's about 36K. If you want to do a year. That's 4,000 times 12. That is 48K. And then we'll do 132 plus 30 plus 50 minus, I'll even round down a little bit to 50. You had $162,000. So I want to see what happens. 162 plus 215. So if you invest everything, you'd have around $377,000. Let's start with that. And then I just want to see what happens if you don't do anything for 17 years. I saw in chat that I messed the years up. Chat, did I mess the years up? 55 minus you are 28. Oh, thank you, chat. W chat. 27. Thank you. I love you guys. So what happens if you just invest all that money now? You have $370,000 working for you for 20 years and not investing another penny. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
2.4 million. You're not investing anything more. Assuming 7% rate of return. It's not guaranteed, just a rough calculation. But just seeing this number, like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm just like dumbfounded. It's crazy to me. I cannot even believe it.
Yeah. So what that means is you don't have to invest much more to get there, which also means you can spend more and just to enjoy your guys' lives now. And not having to like wait, oh man, at 55, we're going to like live it up because we're going to be retired. I mean, you guys can just do that now and not wait till 55 and just spend more, right? So let's say you do, I don't know, let's say you do both of your Roth IRAs and not even the 401ks. I'm just curious. So that's like $15,000 per year. We're at
So
3.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Sure.
The other thing that the collective suggested is that I can add him to my 401k. So I can put him on the solo with me and he can contribute the same amount. But I just didn't know if it was going to be smart because then I have to obviously pay him and then we're paying more taxes again. It's the same issue. You know what I mean?
The same question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would defer to collective and just see, what the advice is there. You can, yeah. I mean, if you're married and you don't have any actual employees, which would make you qualified for the solo 401k, yeah, you can put your partner on there as well. Yeah. I would just see what collective says about that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And your target was like 3.75 million, right?
Yeah, 3.75.
Okay. So let's just say you do your 15K into your 401k on top of that. Like you're doing 30,000 per year for 27 years. And now you blew past your target of 3.75.
Yeah.
pretty nuts, right?
I think it's definitely doable too.
Yeah, that's
I
as
know
you
it's
guys'
doable.
current. Yeah, it's definitely doable for sure. So, with everything we talked about, how you feeling?
I'm pumped. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, this conversation was good because I just like didn't know what to do with the money. Like I still kind of don't know what to do with the money, but having like the fuller picture, it really kind of put things into perspective, and now I'm like even more motivated to like hit that number quicker.
Right on. Yeah, and I'm not here to like tell you like, oh, you got to invest in this index fund in these accounts. It's more like, hey, let's look at the numbers, run some rough calculations, and just like see what happens. And then usually just showing this to you will like get you a lot of ideas, get you pumped, and then you'll go and take some next steps. Yeah, because there could be some real estate opportunities to reduce your tax liability. And yeah, you can talk to Collective, maybe this financial advisor. You can even talk to a flat fee financial advisor. So if you just want to pay them like hourly or like a one-time fee for like a really full-blown like early retirement plan, they can just go through everything. Because we're just barely scratching the surface. So that could also be an option.
Yeah. I think I'll just go all in on the SpaceX IPO and
yeah, call it. Have it go to the moon.
I'll hit it this year.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Have a good day.
Of course, man. Take care. Good luck. Holy moly. Crushing it. Crushing it. How's he bring in 300K per year? He runs a business in affiliate marketing. Yeah. I mean, he's set. My concern is less so about the taxes. My concern is let's not wait until we're 55 to just like retire, right? What can we do to have more fun now, right? Let's spend some more now. I didn't talk about Jackson. If you're still here, like you can donate money. That'll offset your taxable income. Last year we did a chat. Were you guys here for the Elden Ring charity event we did, where every time we died in Elden Ring we donated money? We gotta do one more of those, huh? We gotta do one for this year, a charity event for this year. Maybe I'll do like $100 every death in Elden Ring, or something. You guys can choose the game, a really hard game. The IPO's tomorrow, I believe, right? Isn't the IPO tomorrow for SpaceX? All right, guys, that was the last call. If you want to hop on a call with us, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, we'll take more callers. Be sure to follow. As long as you are at least 18 in the US, first-time caller, you're cool with being in our videos, I would love to chat. In the meantime, if you want to get your finances from cooked to goated, I want y'all to download our free guide. You're going to tap this button on TikTok, bottom left of your screen. It covers all the essentials. This is our Rich Nerds Quick Guide to Being Rich. So if you hear terms in that conversation, you're like, what is this Roth? What is this 401k? What is this emergency fund? What's this high yield savings? We cover all the essentials in here. We have step-by-step videos linked in here as well. We got you covered. This is a good foundation for you. Completely free. So grab this right now. If you want some more, we get a lot of people DMing me asking to talk offline. We have a private community we're building. This one is not free. We're looking for a handful of founding members to help us build this. So if you have no idea what to do with your money, you want help offline, you want access to multiple calls per month with myself, with the other coach, classes, you'll get access to the calculators we used here in this stream, access to our anti-budget spreadsheet, which we'll be going over in our very first class this coming Wednesday. I think it's 6 p.m. Pacific. You'll get all that and much more in this community. So you'll also tap this yellow button here, bottom left, exclamation waitlist if you're on other platforms, and I can't wait to see you all there. Let's put you all on a path to financial freedom, and let's get you spending more of your money now and not when you're 55. Alrighty, I'll just take a few questions and we're gonna pop off here. What calculator is that? This is a calculator we built. This is our Rich Nerds. This is our Rich Nerds dashboard of calculators. It's in. We're still figuring the name out because it's still pretty new. It's not public yet. We'll make it public once the community we just talked about goes public. We're gonna have our own little IPO for the community. Thoughts on quantum investments? I know nothing about quantum computing stocks or companies. Yeah, I don't know. What I would do is just invest in an ETF or mutual fund that has quantum. I mean, if you're investing in the S&P or total market index, you're likely getting exposure to quantum. Time in the market beats timing the market. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You know what's funny, guys? I've spoken to a lot of people like Jackson here who have already spoken to professionals. Tax professionals, financial advisors. And I find it so interesting that they still come to me. I'm not a financial advisor. I have zero credentials in finance. I'm just a nerd and I just like helping people. I'm also a multimillionaire, so I think I've earned, I've also kind of earned it a little bit. But it's so interesting that they still come. They still come over here and they still want to talk. Yeah, I will say, chat, we don't want to be blindly choosing our tax person. We don't want to be blindly choosing our financial advisor because there are a scary amount of incompetent financial professionals. I'm dealing with some right now as well. So try to get a good recommendation from family, friend. Look online for reviews. Unfortunately, I know it sucks, but the whole trust me, bro, we can't be doing that. So we have to know basics about investing, basics about tax. So if you don't know what a tax deduction is or what a tax credit is, we got to get the basics down. So it's not trust me, bro, all the time. So when your tax person files your return, you look at it, you know enough to like do some damage. You can say, hey, well, hold on. Why am I paying taxes? This is supposed to be a deductible contribution on the IRA. Why are we not getting the deduction on that, right? Or hold on, I have a home office. I don't see the home office deduction on here. What's going on? It sucks, but no one's going to care more than you. So it's in your best interest to learn the fundamentals of this stuff. You don't have to be an expert. Just the fundamentals is going to take you so incredibly far. This is not me, guys. This is someone else. We just had a call with our friend Jackson here in our community. It's my mortgage, says Jackson. Yeah. At what sense would it make sense to get a financial advisor? Okay, good question. So if I were stupid rich, like Jackson here, it would make sense to just pay for a financial advisor, a flat fee financial advisor. The other situation is if you need retirement planning, I think talking to a financial advisor is great. Talking to a flat fee financial advisor, I think that's great. I'll talk to one eventually to have them just go through everything and build a plan for me. But if you're just an average person, you can do all this yourself. You can invest on your own and you'll outperform financial professionals choosing individual stocks. Some really good books on this topic. You can read The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. You can read I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. You can read Just Keep Buying, Nick Majuli. A lot of awesome books that'll teach you a lot of the fundamentals, and you can just do it yourself. What if your company gives you a financial advisor for free? Oh, take advantage. Yeah. Actually, the bank that I use, the bank and investment company, they do also offer free financial advisors if you have a subscription. So yeah, I mean, I'll take advantage of that. Yeah. It is nice to talk to someone because you're biased, so there's also that. You want someone to sort of challenge you and help you think differently about stuff, right? That's what I love about these calls. People come in here sort of thinking one thing, and they're like, oh, is my approach okay? And I'm like, well, think about it this way as well. It's great. I love these calls, man. I learn stuff, they learn stuff, you all learn stuff. You all correct me when I make a mistake, like getting the investment horizon years wrong. I love this stuff. Our last night, hell yeah. Common ground. Ooh, the breakdown too. 280K joint income, 13K take home. Nice. 70K Roth, 401K, 90K brokerage, 45K high yield savings. Good for you. All right, chat, that is going to do it for us. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to follow if this has been entertaining for y'all, educational for y'all. We'll be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, all right? We'll be taking some more callers. Again, if you want to have a conversation offline, we are looking for a few more founding members for our community. It is going to include a lifetime access and a 30-minute private call with me. So if you do not know what to do with your money, if you want to get more help than this, like imagine this but cranked up to like 100, we'll have weekly calls and classes. You'll get access to these calculators we're using, the spreadsheets we're using. Tap that yellow button, check it out. If it's a good fit, again, we're looking for very specific people. It's not open to the public. So think of this as like kind of pre-IPO. Check it out. Exclamation waitlist for people outside of TikTok. On that note, Sid, take it easy. Fares, Kaiser, Demo, whoever else is here, Scrooge, Scuba Steve, I love you guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the music.